In 1934, Franklin Delano Roosevelt sent legislation to the New Deal Congress, which they passed, to protect farmers from excessive speculation. And essentially, the design is not to, the critical word is excessive speculation, not speculation. In fact, speculation is needed for the farmer, for the petroleum producer, to create liquid markets where contracts can be quickly traded. But a smooth functioning market is 70% commercial, 30% speculative. The markets now are 80% speculative, 20% commercial. The commercials don't want to be in this market anymore because it's so volatile. They have to place margin. They can't control the price of margin because the contract shoots up and their life savings may go in the margin. So this is all speculation. Now, the two vehicles that many agree, and I've provided all the studies on this, that the speculators use that are the quickest, dirtiest way to get into this market are the commodity index swap funds and the synthetic exchange traded funds. Don't worry about the fancy title. What does that mean? You walk in to your bank and say, I don't want to buy this stuff. I don't even know what a barrel of crude oil looks like. But your analysts have advised me that the price is going to go up. So here's my money, and I want to get dollar for dollar everything out of the upward price. And those Wall Street operations are like bookies. They have to hedge their exposure, just like a bookie lays off bets when it gets too one-sided. What do? They go into the real futures market where the farmer and the baker are trying to hedge prices, and they buy long oil contracts. So on paper, they have contracts that are 33 times the size of the world's supply of oil. That sends a signal out that cannot be defeated that there's a supply problem when there isn't. So you can cut this snake off at its head by saying no more betting on these markets. These aren't commercials making these bets. Unfortunately, I hate to tell you this, they're pension funds, private equity companies, hedge funds, banks. All they're doing is like walking into a bookie shop and saying, I don't want to own this stuff, I just want to bet. And by the way, you can only bet that the price will go up. You can't bet that it will go down.
Yeah, the losers of that bet are the American people.
The loser, and they are continuously told it's a supply-demand problem. When the people who are responsible for the oil markets, ExxonMobil, the CEO says $60 to $70 a barrel. It's 105, 110 now. The Saudi king says, you're worried about blocking the Straits of Hormuz? We'll make a barrel for barrel everything that will be lost. By the way, in 1973, when OPEC cut off the West from all its oil, worse than the blockage of the Straits of Hormuz, there was a fraction of the volatility we're seeing today, and I can give you charts to show that. In April of 2011, it was the Arab Spring. Libya, with 2% production of oil, is causing this spike. And Saudi said again, we'll make up the 2%. The president said, this is not supply demand, this is market manipulation. And he was right. So, and the final thing I would say is, what are you stopping here? Are you stopping money from going into production? Are you stopping money from people creating jobs? Unless you think a casino, which comes to us in the names like Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley, are job creators. No, you're stopping betting. That, if we're wrong about this, if everything we're telling you is a mistake, what will we have done if we stopped the betting? We'll have closed a couple of casinos. Believe me, every time there has been a threat, 2008, you guys passed a bill 288 to 133 to stop the betting. The oil price went from 147 to 30 in 6 months. Is that a supply-demand responsibility? And then when people said, we got the price down to 30, nothing happened. It shot back up to 75 by the spring of 2009. Then you guys said, well, we're going to pass Dodd-Frank. When Dodd-Frank appears not to be working because of Wall Street lobbying and Wall Street lawsuits, the price of oil is back up again. Stop the gambling. I can tell you, you will bring the price of oil down substantially, and all your constituents who are in heartbreaking situations, whether it's gasoline, heating oil, or any derivative crude oil, will find comfort, and we will keep the recovery going and make the United States what it is for the first time in decades, a leader in world economic growth.
Thank you.